Is it inevitable that our robot overlords will take over? This and much, much more inside the Future Republic. And welcome to the Future Republic, where we are documenting today man's steps into tomorrow. Hi, I'm your host, James Salazar. I'm an identity redesign specialist, futurist, and I help people create a more powerful intellect and identity to compete in this new futuristic economy. As you know, we are doing a subject on futurism since I am a futurist and all the things that we talk about. And today we're in the series. This is the second part of the series. We did call emerging technologies, and we did the first part, which is biotechnology and all that, all the goodness and the greatness of what comes from biotechnology, how it will enhance man in miraculous ways. But we must always get to robots. Now, we all know what robots are. Even little kids, their stories have robots in it. To horror, to sci-fi, to kid stories. The American landscape of our entertainment to our literature talks about the possibilities of robots to come and enhance our life. And since the 1980s, there's been robots, dumb robots, but that can do repetitive motions for quite a while. And we are now seeing them become more prevalent in the things that are sophisticatedly done, but still need repetitive motions. We're seeing robots enter in that avenue as well as humanoid robots. And we're going to take a look at some pictures of that and video of that, as well as humanoid robots coming into our lives and cooking our food, washing our dishes, watering our lawn, and maybe even stand sentinel at our front door. Interesting stuff. But I don't need to explain robots. But if artificial does come to destroy us all, if it does come to the point where it says, all the problems in the world come from humans, let's get them out of here, it will, as AI says the command, it will be done by the hands of robots. Humanoid robots, flying robots, tank robots, whatever it may be. You ever seen that movie called Maximum Overdrive? It's a pretty silly movie where our toasters and our gas stoves and our cars and our trucks and our vending machines turn on us. And they're killing us, stomping on us, whatever. And it's pretty ridiculous. But in this world today, with artificial intelligence and technology today, you could program things to start killing people by artificial intelligence, or a human intelligence for that matter could make our stove blow up at a certain time if it was linked to the internet, and some are, and a variety of other things. But we could make Maximum Overdrive today, Stephen King book or movie. I'm not sure if it's a book. And it would be way more plausible today. So how did I want to go about talking about robotics? So we're just going to talk, because it is so well known. I'm not really not telling you something you don't know, but let's go through the pros and cons. And you were supposed to look at this as an investment vehicle, as an investment into your company, an opportunity to have investment in your life. Can you imagine the argument over dishes between a husband and wife? You just spend $20,000 and get yourself a robot to do it, and then you guys are no longer arguing about that. Not to say that you wouldn't find something else to argue about. But let's go over the pros of robots and the cons. Number one, increased productivity. Robots can perform tasks most often accurately than humans. Humans are pretty flawed, leading to enhanced productions in various industries. Improved safety. Robots can be utilized in hazardous environments or perform dangerous tasks, reducing the risk of human workers. We would put warring robots in that too, right? Here's the thing. If we can have robots that can fight our armies, it would take the steam out of our enemies. Because part of it is, I'm going to hurt you as much as you're going to hurt me. But if America had a robot force, and every time a robot died, it really didn't have a moral component to it and a sacrificial component. We're just losing money, but it would take the steam, the fight, because they can't see the blood of the enemy pouring out of them after shooting them. They're just dealing with robots. So there's definitely that. Cost effectiveness. In certain scenarios, robot can offer cost saving by minimizing labor costs over time and increasing production speed. This is very much, if you're someone investing in a company that's going to start adding robotics, might be something good news for the investment. It will, and the bottom line would be better. For you as a business owner, having to pay someone a lot of money to do a menial job that is not worth, you could use robotics to do that and just cut that job out of your business and only use highly more talented people, instead of paying someone $15 to $20 an hour who's just gonna flip burgers. You know, you're gonna have, that's an option for you as an employee or as an employer. Precise and consistency. Robots are capable to execute tasks with a high level of precision and consistency, which can be critical in areas such as manufacturing and assembling. It's just, we're not going to be able to keep up. Break times and vacation time, when you can get a robot to do three times as much in the minimum amount of time, and you don't have to pay them. You only pay once for them. Whatever it's cost, $100,000 for that, you'll make that up. You will make that up. You're basically someone who works for you. You're probably going to pay them about $30,000 a year, and from their job gets replaced, and more of it is more productive. Maybe they're doing the production of like a $50,000 person just by straight labor. Someone who makes $50,000 a year. Well, it starts paying for them. After those 3 years, it's paying for itself. Assistive and medical application. Robot technology can be harnessed to develop assets, assistive devices, and medical robots that aid industries with capabilities to perform complex surgeries. So there are certain surgeries that go beyond human ability and precision with a laser and with a scalpel. Humans don't have that, the vision or the skill to do that. Maybe one or two in the world might be able to do it. But you can buy any robot to do that, to come in and slowly cut away at a tumor in the brain with such a precision that's minimal damage to the human specimen, the human body. I think a lot of people will be more apt for that to happen. You know, that have you seen Prometheus? Prometheus, she has a baby taken out of her tummy by a robot. It's pretty interesting. So, those are extreme benefits. A lot of non-benefits to the workforce. It is very damaging to the workforce. That is undeniable. So let's get into the cons. Unavoidable, but we got to talk about them. Job displacement. The automation is certainly of certain tasks and roles can result in a lot of job losses or reduced demand for human labor in specific industries. This is happening. This is already happening. And people are feeling it. Ethical concerns. Advanced robots raise ethical dilemmas such as potential for robots to replace or exploit human workers, as well as issues around policy, surveillance, and autonomy. As they become more advanced, there is a biological entity, and there might be a mechanical entity. And if they begin to show some signs of consciousness, we now have turned them into slaves. We're against slavery, right? So these concerns plus surveillance and ethical concerns of using them for war. We would be more aggressive in war if there was no human loss, if it wasn't an issue anymore. That everybody's just like in some office in Las Vegas, sitting in front of a computer, and they're just playing it like a video game, shooting people in other countries who dare to come against the might of the United States of America. Initial costs of maintenance, creation, and implementation of robots can involve significant upfront costs, including research, development, and maintenance expenses. And let me tell you right now, if you don't have a particular dream, right now, coding and robotics will be the jobs that get paid the most in the future. A job that's asked for someone to give you a paycheck. The people who have a degree in robotics and artificial intelligence, they will be the highest paid in our economy. And right now, coding starts at $90,000 a year. That's just going to go up as the whole economy turns digital, as everything turns digital. And when robots start being used, someone who can fix robots is going to make a lot of money. So just take that. Skill requirements and learning curve. Utilizing robots often necessarily specialized knowledge and skill for programming, maintenance, and operation, which may pose a challenge for organizations and individuals. This is basically what I just told you before. It's going to be a fast evolving industry that you're going to constantly need to be educated in. Reliability and adaptation. While robots excel in repetitive tasks, they may struggle with complex, unstructured situations that require human judgment and adaptivity. And they wouldn't be able to do that. That's one of the cons. So let's talk about the possibilities of you having a robot of your own. Is that a possibility? We went through the pros and cons, what it means for our economy and for businesses and corporations, and those you might invest in as they turn more robotic. That's more money for the bottom line. You might want to invest in those companies, as well as the cons where it's taking jobs from people who depend upon it. And, there's some people like Tucker Carlson says that he would make it illegal for there to be autonomous vehicles that drive themselves because it would destroy our economy. So we have to be very careful. But for you, the consumer, you can have your own robot coming within the next 5 years here. And I want you to take this with a grain of salt, because these things could also be given guns and used for war. Now I'm going to show you Teslas. It looks pretty janky. It looks like it has servos and wires, and it didn't impress at all. It looks pretty janky to me. They should have never opened it up like that. And it walked weird. It walked very it walked like an old person, and it was very like a robot. People dancing the robot, as opposed to, and let me show you something by Boston Dynamics. No, not that. Where is that? Boston Dynamics. This is a totally different. Let's watch this video. This is an actual robot. You can see this thing with a gun or with a broom. I mean, it can do what probably 85% of the population can't do. Look, you jumped that pretty easy. It looks fake. It looks fake to me, but it's real. It's been around for a while. They're going to do flips here. They can do another flip. And they're going to congratulate. This is all programmed. This is not artificial intelligence. But it is what it is. Boston Dynamics. Put your money in Boston Dynamics. But the world of you owning a robot to make your life better is here already. Tesla is planning within the next 5 years to offer you a robot for your home to lift stuff, bring in the groceries, to teach your kids. And it might be a creepy thing at first, but like everything, people looked at the car and said, that thing looks dangerous. People look at the high-speed train. That thing's dangerous. And they looked at the plane. They said, that thing's dangerous. And they're going to look at the robot. They're going to say, that thing's creepy. That thing might be dangerous. But over time, we might accept it. And the real problem is, it is mechanical and it's programmable. And whether you think artificial intelligence might become conscious, it could be something very scary. I'm just saying. I might get my own robot, but if you look at that Boston Dynamics, if I try to stop that thing, it's stopping me. I ain't stopping it. It's doing flips over my head. Probably flips on my head. I don't know. If the artificial intelligence becomes sentient and program it to kill me, I wouldn't know how to stop that. Do you? So Elon Musk believes there should be safeguards, and I'm with him. Let's not be stupid. But here's the thing, and you may not like this, but China's building artificial intelligence and robots like they're in a race. And they may, because of their control society, may not have a lot of books and movies and TV shows about killer AI and killer robots like we do. We have tons of them. And they might not even begin to contemplate that type of worry. And they're going to create an artificial intelligence that could destroy the whole world. So we must have some universal or worldwide stopgaps. Because Russia and China, their only motivation is to beat the United States. And right now, artificial intelligence and robotics are at the same playing field. We have more advanced robotics, but the artificial intelligence game, it is even Steven. And they want to beat us at all costs. We have moral hangups over it, and they don't. What does that mean for the world? I don't know, but not too good. So hate to get a scary angle off this today, but it is what it is. So hope you enjoyed this emerging technology about robotics. We will cover nanotechnology next. It's very important. It's very important. Have a good one.